There is no seeds and stems in this cannabis that they provide him. And Irv's going to tell me right now when it is he started saving.
December of 06.
I'm sorry?
December of 06.
Okay. Irv started saving these seeds in December of 06, and this is April of 08. Now they say this doesn't exist, that we are making it up. And I think you'll have to just ask Irv if this is what he saved or not. I can't speak for Irv. But there's the seeds that the government says do not exist.
This, you want to hand me a mic?
Irvin, would you hold those up for us so we can all see them?
What I've been able to find is that I couldn't, that wasn't usable, shall we say. Right. And so, well, I'm very still happy to have it. It could be cleaner. There are all the seeds and stems. Quite a bit. It's like, I mean, some of these, it's like tree limbs.
Thanks, guys. Don't forget to come back. I'll start immediately on time at 1:30.
No.
The question was, how did NIDA react to your study findings? So, his response is, surprisingly, NIDA was completely silent after learning the findings from our case content study. NIDA notes did not comment on our results. NIDA notes, that's a publication that they put out.
Now an interesting situation has developed. For the first 10 years that I was in the medical program, which developed as a result of my winning a case in Florida, which did establish a medical defense for that state. After that, Robert Randall and Irvin Rosenfeld came with me and made sure that I became a member of those very elite people who joined that club of getting medical marijuana from the federal government. I was the first woman. The first 10 years, even though the marijuana was only 4%, got up to 5%, I didn't care. People said I should complain because it looked terrible, and it was terrible, but it worked for my glaucoma, so I didn't care that it was terrible or wasn't terrible. It worked. And I took delight in saying even terrible marijuana grown by our government works. That's something. You know, that really is something. Okay? That's not the case anymore, however. The case is that they are giving me worse and worse marijuana. It isn't even marijuana. I love wearing hemp. This blouse says hemp. But it doesn't do anything to reduce my intraocular pressure. Now, a year ago, they finally listened to my doctor and sent me something halfway decent. It was 6%. I have learned how to make hash out of it so that it does work for me. Unfortunately, they didn't like that either. So now they're giving me back the hemp. I have no choice. I have given the Bascom Palmer authorization and have begged my doctor to please send that garbage back. There is no sense in standing before you. I'm telling you that the government's marijuana is medicine that's maintaining my glaucoma under control. It is not. Lucky for me, I have traveled internationally with this issue to such an extent. I have been in Finland, I have been in Norway, I have been in the Netherlands, in Switzerland, and I have experimented with other government marijuana. The one, yes, the one that the government in the Netherlands grows. From my friend who spent some time in jail for having glaucoma in the United States while marijuana was illegal. By the way, he was a member of the Elite 7 at one time before I became a member, and he sent it back because for him it didn't work from the beginning. Okay? They said this happens very often, by the way. Many people used to get in the program and drop because of the quality. For me, it worked for 10 years, so no. Okay, I took this medicine and I had it tested. There was a Dr. Sabat in the Midwest that at a trial stated that he had read about marijuana and that it had a potential to reduce intraocular pressure by 25%, but that they now had drops. He was referring to Silaten, which could do 30 or 35%. That's why I was encouraged to take it, by the way. So it turns out that the marijuana from the Netherlands, I didn't smoke marijuana for 12 hours. I came back with pressures I hadn't seen since the 80s. It was very scary. I was back up to 52, and this eye has no pressures, very little sight anyway. But as I returned, I told him I was going to go and have breakfast, and I went and smoked a joint of 21% THC given to me by the people in Holland. I came back with a 40% reduction. Now don't tell me that good marijuana doesn't work. 28 years later. So now you see I have a lot of challenges here. I have my congressman trying to investigate as far as why are they doing this to the patients? I am not the only one getting low THC marijuana. I know that a lot of my friends are not here because they're not doing so well. Corinne can't even control her arthritis. Oh, by the way, as we get older, we really need marijuana. If tomorrow my pressures were gone forever through some miracle, I would still maintain the use of marijuana the rest of my life. It controls my arthritis, my insomnia, my depression. And those are common, and who knows how many other things I'm not even aware of. And who knows, after watching your presentations today, I've certainly understood a great deal more as to why it is so helpful with all my other ailments, which I don't display, which I don't have a problem with. If you saw my x-rays, you'd wonder why I walk. I hike, I don't just walk. So thank you so much. This has been my experience. Scientifically speaking, I'm still open for research.